Hola a todos otra vez. Como siempre, los primeros segundos. Second. All right, I think we're cool. I would like to let you know as well that today we don't have electricity at home and it's very, very hot. But, anyways, I was telling you the way we use to formulate the past activities or past hobbies is using did plus used to, right? Plus the subject plus used to, and then the hobby. So you say something like, hey, Friday, good to see you here. To formulate the past habits in question form is different, right? You use did plus subject. Ready, son. Pleasure to have you here. What's up? Oh, Kelvin. Welcome, Kelvin. Yeah, don't you worry, right? If the internet is slow, remember I'm going to reload the video. I'm going to upload the video to my YouTube channel so you can just go ahead and watch the video again if you want. So, past habits. Did you used to play with cars just to make the question easier, right? Did you used to play cards? Then you say, yes, I used to, right? But not used to in present because remember, if the activity you're not taking it up to today, you cannot use the present of used to. So it's very simple, right? Once you have the auxiliary verb do in past at the beginning, you don't have to use used to in past tense. So again, did plus subject plus used to plus the activity. Edward, happy to have you around. We're talking today about used to refer to past habits or hobbies, right? When we used to have hobbies, but we don't anymore. And I was telling at the beginning, I was saying at the beginning that like in a couple of minutes, we're going to talk about how to express those activities that we do nowadays. So once you have the question, Raul, happy to have you around as well. Welcome. Once you have the auxiliary verb did and you have used to, Rosie, welcome so much. Welcome, welcome. Um, Once we have the auxiliary verb did plus subject plus used to and then the hobby, what we are going to express, it's a question, right? Because remember, when we use the auxiliary verb at the beginning, it's because we are formulating a question. So the question again is, did you used to play with toys? It was with cars, but whatever you use, whatever object you use at the end, it's okay because anyways is a question. So did you used to, again, listen, I'm not pronouncing used to, I'm saying used to. And something I would like to tell you is that the pronunciation of used to and used to when we are talking fluently, it's the same. The pronunciation is the same. What is going to make the difference between one and another is the intonation we give to the sentences. I hope you understand that. And I'm going to give you like a short example almost at the end just for you to see the difference in the pronunciation of each. So once you have the question, then the answer is going to be depending, right? Because it's based on perspective. The answer is going to depend if the hobby it was just in the past and you don't do that activity anymore. But if you have that activity in the past and you do the activity in the present as well, then is different. Obviously, it's different. But if I am asking you in a past tense, of course, you need to answer in a past tense form. So if I ask you, did you used to play with toys, with cars? Then you're going. What are you going to answer? How we answer? Do you have any idea, guys? How do we answer one question like, "Did you used to play with cars?" Of course, rating. That's a very good answer. How can you know? How can you know? Um, Kelvin, can you be like a little more specific in that question? How can you know? Because I think it's not correct. Friday, your answer, yes, I used. Remember, is used to, right? So you need to say, yes, I used to, as a short answer, of course. But then the rest of the answers, right? Radisson, that was an excellent answer. Yes, I used to play with cars. And Edward, yes, I used to play. So that is the correct form, right? We need to use used to expressed in a past tense. Excellent. Nice. So when you answer the question, did you used to play with cars? Then the answer is yes, I used to play with cars. So that means that you had that hobby in the past, but you don't have that hobby in the present. What form we use to express one hobby that we have nowadays, of course, is the same answer, but not using the used to in past tense. Right? So now I will tell you something about the difference in the pronunciation. I was telling you that the pronunciation is almost the same. Right? It's almost the same. The only difference. Let me see that. All right. I used to play video games. Right. Right. When we are going to express one hobby in present, Radisson, we need to use the verb be. Like for example, you say I'm used to play video games because remember we're referring to a hobby. So when we refer to a hobby, we need to use the verb be to express that we have that hobby in the present. So you say I'm used to, meaning that that is like a normal activity you develop every day just for saying something. I was telling you, right? Now we're going to talk about the difference in the pronunciation of used to and used to. Remember, one is expressed in past tense and the other one is expressed in present tense. The difference in them is going to be the stress. Probably you don't know what is the stress or how I get it now. How I get it now. To get what? I need something more. How we get what? I don't get it, Kelvin. Kelvin Mendes. Mai, is that you or Mocha? There you go. That is a good example. I'm used to listen music. To listen to music. Mocha, my friend, my brother. How are you, man? I'm used to listen to music, Edward. I'm used I'm used to listen to music. Good. That's a good example. So the difference I was telling you is based on the stress. The stress is the emphasis we do when we are talking. So for example, I'm used to, bro, my cell phone is getting off. I will see the video tomorrow. Don't worry, Friday. It was good to have you around. So I will see you tomorrow. We express the pronunciation of those two words that we use to express past hobbies or present hobbies. The difference in the pronunciation is going to be the stress, how we give the stress, right? So, for example, for one sentence that is expressed in the past, I used to collect cars, right? So, when you say I used to collect cars, the stress goes in the used to, right? I used to collect cars. That means that it was in the past, right? But when we use one sentence expressed in the present, then we use the stress in the verb before the used to. For example, the examples you gave me, right? For example, I'm used to listen to music, right? You say I'm used to listen to music. I'm used to listen to music, or uh, I'm used to play video games, right? I'm used to play video games. It's going to depend on the stress where we give the stress. It's like when we negate something. When we negate, remember, can't and can't. It has almost the same pronunciation, but the difference is when we give the stress in the sentences. So, guys, do you have any question about used to express hobbies in present and past? Because if you have any question, I will be very happy to read it and then to comment about the same questions you have, right? On the other hand, let me see something. I have something. This is very hot around here, guys. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There are some words also that we can use for expressing past activities that or past hobbies. Like, for example, never, right? You say, I never used to collect, like Redison says, video games, for example. I never used to collect video games. Or you can say something like, I didn't, for example, to express the negative form of one sentence. I didn't used to believe in people, for example. I didn't used to believe in people. What else can we talk about past habits? Well, remember, right? We are expressing the past tense, the past form for hobbies we used to have in the past, but we don't have anymore. And you have to keep in mind that we use these special words like never or didn't to refer to activities we used to do in the past. And those activities don't happen because probably we grew up or we changed our hobbies. Let's listen. Let me read it. Wait, hold on. When I was a child, oh good, I used to play with cars, but now I'm used to play video games. All right. In that context, Radisson, in that context, when we say but now I used to play video games. You can say I used to play video games because this is not an only sentence, of course, right? This is you're using a conjunction, which is but. We are connecting two different ideas. So when we connect two ideas like this, right? You say I used to I used to play with cars, but now I used to play with video games. So that would be good if you use it without the verb be. But anyways, it is good because we are expressing two different ideas, and of course we're using a conjunction which is but. Guys, that's all for tonight. We have 22 minutes here, and remember we are most likely like between 20-22 minutes. So thank you so much for being here. That's all for tonight. If you liked the video, remember to share the same one, right, with your friends and your relatives if they need it. And if you agree, like if you want me to use Spanish to explain something, you just let me know, because I know sometimes I speak too fast, and that is not what I want. I want all of you to understand what I'm saying, so you can learn easily what you cannot learn, or what you don't remember, or you want to remember from one previous class you had in the past. So thank you so much for being here. I say hello to all of you, and I'll see you tomorrow same time. Remember, 10:30, I'll be here, this channel, Check on English. Bye.